Hello and welcome to Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio. This is the Tuesday Tell All. It is Tuesday already. These Tuesdays keep coming and coming and coming. I can't believe it. Again, it's always Tuesday. So I always got to get ready to go live. Big show tonight. A lot of things happened this weekend. Good weather, lots of racing, Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all of the men and women who have served this great country and fallen in service to this country. We remember and honor you, and we thank you very much. It's the greatest country on earth. Don't ever forget it, despite what the news and or certain groups may tell you, right? Right. There's Walt Walker. Let's go. Happy Tuesday. There he is. All right. Pete Lanciers is there. What's shaking? Oh, me. I've been told I move around a lot on this show, and I always knew that. I was hoping nobody would ever notice. Somebody brought it to my attention. Hello, Bob. How you doing? Barry Anderson. Thanks for joining us. Warren Monteith. There he is. Good evening. Good evening. Nick Ryder. He's listening. He's always listening, and we love it. Fun times at Bowling Green. Don Kennedy. Glad you're here. Emmett Morris. Hello, Bobby. How are you? Hey, Ray Thurston's got his hat on, his new hat. I think he even got a fitted hat. Good for you, Ray. Good to see you this weekend. Tom Baker's here. No way. All right. He should be welding something, but he's here with us. Take a break, Tom. You deserve one. Infantino is here. Ron Infantino. How you doing, Ron? Awesome orange Camaro. Beautiful. Big time interview, by the way, Ron Infantino. It's got a lot of views. I just saw the other day. It's got 15, 20,000 views, something like that. Tom Gent. Tom is tuned in, and Russ is out with his buddies. Oh, how dare he? All right. He needs to be at home. Pete, what's up, Pete? Good to see you. Dennis Chapman, how are you? K-Rod, oh my God, the comments just keep coming in. Can't believe it. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. This is driverinterviews.com is my website. Check it out. If you want to sponsor the show, if you want to purchase some hats, which I should be getting pretty soon. Shirts, thank you to everybody that purchased shirts this weekend at Maple Grove and Chicago last weekend. I appreciate it. If you want to sponsor the show, the plans start out pretty cheap, and get your name out there. Get on board with what we're doing here. We appreciate it, and we appreciate donations too. Thank you to those that have given donations recently. Doug Deck, thank you very much for your recent donation. I really appreciate it. Facebook and Instagram, use hashtag The Car Show, and find me at Driver Interviews. That's all you have to type in for YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, don't ever forget that. We can't do this without Lupe Tortilla, Stan, and Sheila Holt. Really appreciate your help and support this year, helping me get out to races and cover them, helping me get to Chicago, helping me get to Gainesville earlier this season. I'm going to Dallas later on this year. If I don't race in Indy, I will definitely go to Indy. I'm going to try and get to more races, and I can't do it without Lupe Tortilla. So check into Lupe Tortilla. Take a picture. Tag me. Tag Driver Interviews, right? So they know that, I know Stan didn't think we were going to get him any business on here. He just kind of liked what we were doing. That's what he told me. He's like, hey, I'm in Texas. You're up in New Jersey. I don't care if you help me get any business or not. I just like what you're doing. Well, you know what? You're wrong, Stan. We're going to get you some business. Anybody that goes to Lupe Tortilla, check in, tag Driver Interviews. Let Stan know that you're getting some great Tex-Mex, Mexican food because of this show right here, all right? Thank you, Stan and Sheila Holt. DragInsights.com. Check out your stats. Check out your opponent's stats. Check out your average, AHFS average. Well, you actually have to put your runs in and then it calculates your average and tells you how to bring it back to safe territory. Some averages will need to be brought back to safe territory if they are not already. This weekend, we had a key heads up in AA stock automatic this weekend at Maple Grove. Hell of a race, probably one of the best races I've witnessed in person in a while. Man, it was neck and neck. We'll talk about it later. But register for your free account at the very least on draginsights.com. Check it out. If you have a premium membership, which is only $50 per year, you're eligible for contingency. So be sure to sign up. Also, Drag Insights is paying dead on zero in stock and super stock in Division 1 right now. Hoping to expand that in the future. Okay. Rob Youngblood, advancedclutches.com. Go to advancedclutches.com. Talk to Rob Youngblood. If you want to upgrade your clutch, if you want to switch to a manual transmission, if you are asking or have questions about counterweight, diameter, dual disc, single disc, lighten things up, lighter flywheel. I mean, you guys saw my clutch, right? My flywheel looks pretty cool, right? Looks like a Swiss cheese. Love it. Rob Youngblood, man, that guy's a killer with the machining. So check it out, advancedclutches.com. Don Kennedy's race car insurance, right? Yeah, anybody notice there's been a lot of incidents lately. I don't know if we attribute it to track prep or just the fact that all the cars are just going faster nowadays. I don't know what's going on, but I would definitely get a car covered by Don Kennedy. All the policies are written through Haggerty Insurance. Don't take any chances, guys. Come on, this stuff is expensive as shit now, right? It's not like the old days where you could put together another car for $4.88, right? This is serious stuff we're talking about here. Right? I always argue with the older people about that. The older people, like my family members when we were young. We had it so hard growing up. I'm like, you guys didn't even have to go to college. You could work at a gas station and you bought a house for $8. Like, come on. Get out of here. All right, getting off topic. Thank you, Don Kennedy. CP Carrillo Pistons. Hit up Nick Diaz, nick at cpcarrillo.com. 2 R's, 2 L's. The only Pistons I've ever run in super stock in my little 289. And you know me, I rev that thing up. I put them Pistons through a lot, right? So hit them up. Get custom Pistons. And if you're in Stock Eliminator, they have many approved Pistons for Stock Eliminator as well. So CP Pistons can do you right. Hit them up. Tell them Bobby Fazio sent you, right? Driver interviews, Bobby Fazio. Total Seal piston rings, okay? Get the right rings. Get the right pistons. Design these together. You can actually, tell Total Seal that you're working with CP or tell CP that you're working with Total Seal. They work together a lot, guys. So you can get something that fits perfectly. You want the right proper fit. You want the proper back cuts. You want the proper gas porting, all right? Get all that to mesh or you will be wasting power, right? We don't want to do that. Not in class racing. We don't care about other categories can do that, but not in class racing. You want to squeeze every inch, every ounce, right? Rock and Roll Engineering, PontiacEngines.com. Speaking of somebody who does know class racing engines, Pontiacs, hit up Bruce Fulper, PontiacEngines.com. He will be happy to help you out. He knows the Pontiac engines, the 428s, the D ports, the oval ports, all the ports. Hit him up, PontiacEngines.com. All right, let's see who's out there. I know there's a lot of comments flying in, trying to get back to the comments here. Wow, Janice, how are you? Janice Petrillo, good to see you. A relative of mine. Hope you're doing well. Tim Barrett's out there. How's it going? Tim, good to see you this weekend. Warren Rodriguez, how you doing, sir? Thanks for joining us. Jackson Sanderson, all the way from the West Coast. Listening while working, Thomas Baker. Uh-oh, Tom, don't be welding while you're listening to me. You might burn your finger or something. Scott Catt, hello from Michigan. How did I do at Maple Grove? I actually made it to the 5th round in Stock Eliminator, so I did pretty well until I ran into Pi Dent. Yep, that Pi Dent, the one that won the race. You put your sticker on the car already. Put your sticker on my car already. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good evening, Dwayne. Dwayne Hoven, driving lights out this weekend. 005 in the final of Superstock. Made it all the way to Superstock final. Chalk one up for the small block Fords, the old classic ones. By the way, wheel standing Maverick. Probably one of the highest wheel standing cars on the premises this past weekend. Orange Reflex, hello. Thank you for joining us. Great job, Bob. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Walt Gamble, the food is great. Where? At Maple Grove or elsewhere or where? Oh, Tex-Mex. I'm sorry. You're probably talking about that. I'm behind now. I'm about 5 minutes behind on the comments. Trying to find a Lupe tortilla here in SWF. No luck. All right. Keep looking. Good to see you, Ray. Thank you. Thanks for the beer. Yeah, I know. I was giving this kid beers, hot dogs. What else? Huh? I felt bad for him. He had a tough first round, right, Ray? It was a tough first round for you. Did well. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it. Tommy, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Frank Maiolo. How you doing, Frank? Good to see you. Good to see you. Brian Reynolds saying good evening from Canada. All right. Love it, man. Everybody's here. This is awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So let's get to the birthdays, Drag Insights birthdays, right? If you go on draginsights.com, right on the homepage there, we got the calendar with all the races going on and all the birthdays, all the members that are signed in. Their birthdays populate this calendar. And I don't know, who knows in the future? Maybe Alicia will give you some prizes or gifts here. We can talk her into it. She's pretty generous. So Robert Harrison, May 24th. Happy birthday, Robert Harrison. I need one of them things, you know, that thing that shoots out when you blow on it. Jerry Noonan and Randy Johnson, both on the same day, May 26th. Jerry Noonan and Randy Johnson. I saw Jerry Noonan this weekend. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. Randy Johnson. Now, there is a Randy Johnson that races, and there was a Randy Johnson that pitched for the Seattle Mariners when I was growing up. Big, tall, 6'10" lefty. Killed a bird as he threw a pitch one time. Believe it or not, he is occasionally an NHRA photographer, or at least tried it in 2010-ish or later, because I saw him at an event taking pictures. And I thought that was pretty cool. So Randy Johnson, the racer, happy birthday. And Randy Johnson, the baseball player, keep coming out to NHRA drag races because we want to see you there. May 28th was Brett McFarlane. Happy birthday, Brett McFarlane, May 28th. So we got Robert Harrison, Jerry Noonan, Randy Johnson, and Brett McFarlane. Happy birthday to all those Drag Insights members. We appreciate you guys signing up for Drag Insights, and we want you guys to all have a happy birthday. All right. Dave Batchelor's even here. That's a top dragster driver. We're going to convert him to a class racer. He should be one. Right, Dave? I think you'd have a lot of fun in a nice wheel-standing Camaro of some sort. All right. Oh, Ryan Reynolds, that one flashed up again. Philip M. This is Casey. Casey Miles. Casey Miles. 53,000 views on Casey Miles' interview, by the way. That might be the highest one. Not sure. Thank you, Casey, for blowing up my channel. I really appreciate it. I knew that interview would be a good one. My wife, Zara, said next time you're going to be in the lanes in Joliet, tell her so she can get up earlier and do her makeup. No problem. I don't remember, but did I stick a camera in her face? Sometimes I do that. Sometimes the women don't appreciate that. I try to proceed with caution. I definitely do. I've gotten told to I don't want to be on camera. I've gotten told a couple times. I got him to autograph you a baseball. All right, Pete. Man, he's tall, isn't he? 6'10". Cool to see you in Chicago. You too, Greg Meyer. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So let's get going here. You already know Camping World's going away after 2024. Not the actual business, just the sponsorship of NHRA. So we need to find another one. Did anybody come up with any good ones? My idea was coffee and or beer again, or even the cigarettes. Remember Winston cigarettes? I used to get free cartons. I didn't even smoke, but I would give them to like friends. Sell them, why not? Always finding ways to make money when I was young. So let me know if you guys know any good sponsors. Sponsors that'll set something up cool at the races. Like, remember, like Army used to have all their stuff set up. Camping World, did they ever really have anything? Like Mellow Yellow always had like, women handing out that, Mountain Dew-ish Mellow Yellow, whatever it was. There's Harley girls used to be there. We need something cool that's going to be on the Midway. And for that matter, we need a Midway too. Is that ever going to come back? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your sponsorship ideas. Harbor Freight. Oh boy, I don't know. I do have a lot of their tools in my trailer, which means you got to have replacements on hand. Thank you, Chris Hall. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Bass Pro. Hey, maybe. Why not? That could be a good one. They could definitely have a good setup there, right? I think that would be pretty cool. Tommy, come on, man. It's the second time that happened. First against me. Is that why you didn't charge the battery? Northern Tool. There you go. Doug Deck. Northern Tool. Who else can we get? I like foods. I want to be able to sample foods. Is there like a good, I don't know, something I can eat or drink? I want that to be it. Or tools that I can really use. Or like, remember, like, products, waxes or polishes or oils or something. I want a goodie basket at the beginning of a national event. I want to know, like, all you old timers are talking about. You used to get all this free shit when you came to a national event. I've never gotten anything. All I get is a $10 increase in entry fee or insurance every year. Right? That's all I've been getting since I started racing. National events and divisional events for that matter. All right, so let's get to some results here. Maple Grove Raceway, which is where I was racing this weekend. Okay, we had beautiful weather there. The forecast can make or break races at Maple Grove. I wouldn't say it can break races at Maple Grove. That place it's just in a good location, I guess. They just get a big car count. I think it's the biggest divisional in the country. I said that to the track manager this weekend. I'm like, this has got to be the biggest in the country. He said last year's St. Louis was a little bigger. They had 600 cars at St. Louis last year. We had to have over 500 and something at this event. We had 118 stockers. Okay, we had 85 super stockers. NHRA, come on, pay attention to that. Reading, Pennsylvania, Maple Grove. You're taking like 50 or 55 cars in stock and super stock at the Nationals this year. 118 just showed up for the divisional. Dude, let's do some math right here. Quick math. 118. What do you say? 118 times, like, let's take 75% of what the track attracts at a divisional. So 118 times 75%, that's 88 and a half. All right, round it up or down to the nearest 5. Round it down to 85 if you want to. Let's take 85 stockers at Maple Grove in September. What do you think, right? And then 85 super stockers times 0.75, that's 63.75. Round it up or down. Okay, at the minimum, take 60 super stockers then instead of 50, right? Come on, I think we got to start entertaining the quotas at a divisional and using that to decide how many are allowed in at a national. What do you guys think about that? 0.75 is just the first number that came to my head right there, 75%. I don't know, man. I think we got to start doing that, right? Ace Hardware, that'd be a good one. 5 guys. Ooh, then now you're talking. Now you're speaking my language, right? If we could get in and out over here, I'd say that. But on the East Coast, let's go 5 guys. We can have a 5 guys versus in and out like shootout maybe at Indy in the middle of the year. They can sponsor a big showdown. Maybe add to the class eliminations purse, or maybe we should put on like a big match race between certain combos. I think we should do a Maverick match race between Dwayne Hoven and Jamie Shonley, by the way. We'll do a wheel stand competition and some heads up. What do you guys think, Jamie and Dwayne, if you're watching? Mother's Car Products, yes, I'll go with that. Casey, sorry. PBIR was lost to warehouses this week. Are you kidding me? County commissioners voted against the races. Ugh. More bad news. I don't like it. Terrible. Thanks, Casey, for that. We won't shoot the messenger. My Pillow. I'll take that. That's great. I need that in the motorhome. My Pillow. White Castle. I'll be fatter than I already am. Yeah, right. Steve Zupka, In-N-Out with their expansion across the country in the next few years. I'm all for it. Oh, God. Wouldn't it be great if In-N-Out just sponsored the whole thing? If they were just at every race. Oh, my God. Could you think of a better consolation prize? Like if I just lost around, first thing I want to do is eat, by the way, and In-N-Out, I'll go find it for 8 in the pits. It'd be wonderful. 540 something total. It's got to be, James. It had to be that many cars. More sportsmen and less fuel cars. There's already not that many fuel cars. Checking in late from the left coast, Tom Maioli. How you doing? Warren Rodriguez, FedEx. FedEx. I got a quick FedEx story, and then I'll get back to the results. Double with 5 guys. Oh my God, I know. So I ordered some parts off of Rock Auto, and first, they were getting delivered FedEx. FedEx said they were coming I ordered them on Tuesday of last week. They said they were coming Friday when I first ordered it. Then it changed to Thursday, and I was like, yes, I'm getting it before I go to Maple Grove. That's wonderful. Then it got changed to Friday again, and I was like, darn it. They never came on Friday, and then they came in the middle of the night, 2:45 a.m., okay? Nothing there at like midnight, and then in the next morning, the parts were there, okay? And even the tracker said 2:45. So the FedEx guy really walk up to the house at 2:45 in the morning and drop a package? Is that like normal? Are they shorthanded? Do you think it fell between the seats like in Christmas Vacation with the Christmas bonus? Like what happened? It was a pretty big, heavy package. It was brakes. It was brakes and rotors. I don't know how that would fall between the seats. But it's kind of weird. Anyways. That's FedEx. FedEx might be a good one. Oh, Victoria's Secret. Now you're talking, Gary. Woo! Just got hot in here all of a sudden. Victoria's Secret will be a great sponsor, right? Raising Cane Chicken. It's a terrible combo. FedEx and Rock Auto. All right. Sorry. Back to the results here. We got a lot of people watching right now. Okay, I better get back on track here. Let's get through Stock Eliminator here. Okay, Stock Eliminator, 7-round race, 118 cars that qualified. Final round was Wallace Dent. We all call him Pie Dent. He's got a C-Stock automatic 97 Camaro, 98 Camaro, and LT1 combo. And he was racing against Dave Ficacci in the AA stock automatic, 427 powered 69 Camaro. Pie Dent, tile 1064, cuts an 037 light. I don't know why he couldn't cut an 037 light against me 2 rounds earlier, but he's 037 on the tree, runs 1074.3 on the 1064. He's a 10th over his dial. The reason for that being is when Dave Ficacci hit the throttle, he went up in smoke and blew the tires off. He tried to get back on it. He had an 028 light too, which got to be frustrating for Dave Ficacci. Dialed 974. He went 1003. He was way off. I mean, it was 0.3 over. He went 135 miles an hour. He was trying to stay in it. So congratulations to Wallace Dent. Pi Dent gets his win. It's like his 5th or 6th or 7th Lucas Oil Series event win. That guy's tough. That car is great. Does nice big wheelies. I love watching that thing leave the line, especially when I watched it in the mirror when I had to race him. And I was hoping a big fat red light would come on, and it didn't. Instead, that big fat red car came and chased me down. But Pi Dent, congratulations on your win. Dave Ficacci and Johnny Gray had a heads up in the semifinal. That was the race, man. So I was standing at 1,000 foot. That's where I was pitted. And I was like loading up my motorhome. I was getting ready, just packing up because I had lost. But they said, heads up, Johnny Gray, Dave Ficacci. So I was running to the fence. When I got to the fence, they were coming down. I could not tell who was in front. When they got to about where I was, to me, it looked like Johnny Gray was out in front by a little bit. That's what it looked like to me. And I was like, wow. But it was neck and neck. And the boards lit up. Ficacci got the win by 9 thousandths of a second. He went 964.6. So that's 105 under, by the way. 1070 index in AA stock automatic. John Gray went 968. John Gray picked up 2/10. Dave qualified with a 965 and was running like 990s the rest of the weekend until he had to go to this heads up. It's got to be difficult to do a heads up semifinal and then put it back into bracket mode for the final round. So I don't know what Dave did now. He dialed a 974 in the final, and I think he might have been dialed in the 990s leading up to that. So the car, maybe he left it in like semi heads up mode, and he got off the line in that semifinal. I believe he was in the right lane in that semifinal. He got off the line fine, but in that final round, he didn't get off the line. So it was a gamble. I guess he got it. I wouldn't know what to do. I've never had a heads up that I've won, so I've never had to come back from one in a race and go back to bracket mode. I've only had heads ups in class and then put it back in bracket mode like the next day. So that was pretty interesting. There was a lot of spinning on the at the race this weekend. A lot of cars couldn't get off the line. You don't know if it's the track prep. Who handles track prep? Does NHRA handle track prep? Does the track handle the track prep? I'm not sure. I don't really know, and that's something that I would like to learn more about. But there was some, like when you see your Gen 3 Superstock Camaro spin, or Gen 4, basically either one of those, they're like your quintessential Superstock cars right there. Something seems a little off. But I didn't spin at all. My car got off the line every time. I was just running stock eliminator this weekend. I didn't have my stick car. I did not get off the line very well there last year in my stick car though. At the divisional event, I had a very rough time. But I don't know. I saw a lot of people spinning. Heard people complaining. Some people said the starting line was fine. Some people said it wasn't. I saw a couple people spin that I had not really seen spin before, so that was the only thing that kind of concerned me when I was just like standing on the starting line watching Superstock. But it was interesting, right? We had a memorial, like a tribute, which we did last year. I think we've done this 2 or 3 years now. So before first round on Saturday afternoon, I guess it was about 4:00 or so, all the veterans and active service members and everybody were invited down to the starting line. I thought that was really cool by Division I. I like that they do that. Last year, I was able to film the whole thing and actually talk to some of the veterans. This year, it was like they called stock up and we were in line and then they did it. So I was like in the back of the line. I think I had just gotten paired up and they had already started. So I pulled my car down and then tried to run up there and see what I could. Joey Cambria's father was out in front giving like the orders, the commands, and everybody was saluting, and we did the national anthem. It was really cool. I like that they do it. So also, and I didn't see this, and I'm disappointed that I didn't, but I think it's because I had to run before Bob Bender, but I believe Penny Bender made it out to the starting line. She was at the race this weekend. I believe she was on the starting line when Bob made his run. He did win first round. He had a nice 020 something light and got a nice convincing win there. So I'm glad Penny got to see it. I did not see Penny this weekend. I saw Bob once. it was just a hectic weekend. I don't know. I was just running around a lot. Didn't get any interviews. Didn't really get much content other than pictures that I posted on Instagram and Facebook. So it was a busy weekend for me, and I was unable to get everything done that I wanted to get done. All right, let's get to Superstock. Superstock, you guys, who saw Marty Reinhardt's numbers this weekend? Anybody? Raise your hand, because man, oh man, I've had some battles with Marty Reinhardt in Superstock. Probably like 3 or 4 times we raced each other, if that. I think we're split, like 2-2. But man, am I glad I didn't race him this weekend. Woo! So Marty Reinhardt, Superstock E-Automatic. He's got a 69 Camaro. I believe it's a 396 in it. And he had to race against Dwayne Hoven in the 71 Maverick. I'm going with 71, Dwayne. Let me know if I'm right. It's a GTP automatic, and it's powered by a 302 Mercury motor, a 68 Mercury Cougar 302. So Marty Reinhardt dials 983 in the final, cuts a 008 light, runs 983.8. Dead 8. The guy puts up a 16 thou package in the final round, right? Dwayne cuts a 005 light. Now I was on the starting line for this one. Dwayne got off the line first. He dialed a 1071, ran a 1067.4, picked up a little bit there at 121 miles an hour, got on the brakes, got on him a little late, took a little stripe down there, and broke out. Got the win. Marty Reinhardt got the win. Everybody pay attention to Marty Reinhardt's lights, okay? We'll start with his worst one in round 1. 021 light against Gary Ewing, okay? Geez, 021, what a terrible light, Marty. What was that all about? Good thing he fixed that in round 2 against one of the Warner brothers, 003. So he's 003 in the second round. He's 008 in the third round against Steve Camilla. He's 012 in the fourth round against Greg Porter. He's 008 in the fifth round against Joe Hertline. He's 000 in the semifinal against Dave Thomas. And then he's 008 in the final round against Dwayne Hoven. Marty Reinhardt put together a string of lights like I've never seen before. Okay, that was amazing. That was just like one for the record books. So check out his average reaction time in Drag Insights when you get a chance. It's going to be pretty scary looking. Superstock E-Automatic. Congratulations, Marty Reinhardt. He's our Division 1 SRAC member, and we appreciate everything he's doing there. And we are in awe and astonishment and admire his driving ability this weekend. So good job there, Marty Reinhardt. Congrats. And Mart Reinhardt Sr. was there as well. Good to see him. And I don't usually give the comp results, but since one of our class racing buddies here won comp, Steve Zupka, C, D altered, C Dragster altered, I think that is, and Jay Schaumburger, I altered. I don't know a whole lot about comp. I can do the math behind it, but I just don't really know all the classes, and I know it's like cubic inch to weight, but that's about it. But congrats, Steve Zupka, on your win. 019 in the final, 750 index, and ran 697.5. So 52.5 under, that means you're safe, right, Steve? Like 55 under is where you take soft hits throughout the race, and then 6 under is where you get permanent hits. Clarify that for me if you could, if you're still here. Jay Schaumburger had an index of 864, and he ran 822.5. Both good lights in the final, by the way. Steve Zupka was 019, and Jay Schaumburger was 012. So congrats, Steve, on your win there, sir. Way to go. Robot, you got that right. Crazy. Dwayne Hoven, yes, I know. Marty was a machine. He sure was. Pete Lancier saw Marty's work. I thought the track was decent. Put my stocker on the bumper every run, and the comp car was sub 1 second every run. All right, so the starting line was good. Steve Zupka this weekend. My 60-foots were all very consistent in the 64 Mustang stocker that I was driving, Mark Sargenti's stocker. It says Sargenti and Fazio on the side, but I think Reinhardt. So Marty Reinhardt was back in action this weekend, by the way. He announced our race, but I think he said Sergeant Fazio one round. But it's not Sergeant. Maybe we should have said Fazio and Sargenti. We wouldn't have been confused. Track was decent. Yes, it was. And surprising for the Grove, particularly the left lane. There were an awful lot of red lights. There were the rollout's very tight at Maple Grove for anybody that's never been there. Kenworth, Peterbilt Freightliner. Now we're back on the sponsorship thing again. C, Dragster Automatic is the class. All right, thank you, Pete. Appreciate that. Oh, did I say altered? Was I supposed to say automatic? All right. So Schoenberger was I altered, and Zupko was C, Dragster Automatic. Is that what the deal is? One day I'm going to figure out compliment. I'm going to pay attention to it and figure it out, because it is a very, very interesting class. And I used to like watching it when I was a kid. I never really had any clue what was going on, other than like who won, who lost, and that there was no breakout. But I want to learn more about it. How did Bob Cup do? I'm not sure how Bob Cup did. I saw him from a distance and don't even think I got to talk to him. As long as I'm not more than 60 under in eliminations, we are safe on permanent hits. Got it. Steve Zupka is my comp eliminator consigliere. He teaches me and coaches me whenever I have dumb questions. All right. A couple things about Maple Grove. The 396 and the 427 both went a second under. So I do believe the 396 has already gone a second under many, many times this year, like at least 13 times, right? Right, Walt Walker? Because I believe you told me 12 times last week. So at least 13 times. And now the 427, I don't know if that one had gone a second under or not, but Dave Ficacci qualified a second under and ran a second under at eliminations. So that's two 1 second under runs right there. That's going to trigger a review this year. So I don't know if Dave really cares because his last name is Ficacci and they just know how to make tons of power, or if he's going to try and bring that average down as the year goes on. Or if there's other 427 runners out there that may not go that fast that are bringing the average down for him. That's the beauty of 396s and 427s. There's a lot of racers running it, and usually averages out in the favor of no horsepower hit, right? Right. Okay, now I want to show everybody something here. Maple Grove had a big car count, right? Now, let me know if you can see this here. This is a little payout calculator that I put together. And I'm thinking about, submitting it to Alicia there, putting it on Drag Insights, because I think it's cool for people to have for our own curiosity, or in case we want to have a race, and invite everybody to come. $225 to enter a D1 event, right? This is stock and super stock here. We had 118 cars in stock. That's on the right. We had 85 cars in super stock. That's on the left. In the yellow is what Division 1 pays out at these races. Okay. Now I believe tracks do the payout for divisional events. Look at the purse, the money that came in the gate just in stock and super stock alone. $19,125 in super stock, $26,550 in stock, right? That's $225 times, how many showed up for round one. That's what I'm going by. Okay. There could be a gold card member in there. There could be somebody that bought a ticket, broke, and left. Okay. This is just what showed up or qualified. The payout, they pay out a total of $6,400 in super stock and $7,900 in stock, right? Look at that profit. Look at that profit margin, right? $12,725 in super stock, $18,650 in stock. I mean, between the two of them, we're looking at $30,000 profit in stock and super stock alone. That's not counting all the other categories. There was a ton of .90 cars there, super comp, super gas, super street. There was top dragster. There was top sportsman. There was comp eliminator. Okay, there were alcohol cars. I don't think they have to pay to be there. And there was a jet car or two, and I don't think they have to pay to be there. All right, so we're looking at 500 cars, 500 and something cars. I mean, how can this track not love this event? I don't know, right? Maybe they do love it again. Plus, they had their carload deal that started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which I was kind of sad about because people were started rolling in. They were rolling in at 3 and 4 and 5 o'clock as we were finishing up round one. The spectators were starting to come, and then the alcohol show started. I asked the manager about that. I said, why couldn't we start this, at like all day, 9 o'clock in the morning or even noon or something? And his response was that there's like more to it than that, like something about crew, I guess crew liability. I don't know if they were worried about not getting like people using the carload deal to get their crew members in. I don't know if that's what he meant, or if he meant like there's special insurance rates for crew versus spectators. I don't know. That's why I got to get another track manager, or maybe I got to get him on this show just to explain to us how this stuff works, because there were tons of food trucks there. There was fireworks at the end of the night. It was a really cool event. I just wish the crowd would have had a chance to come in a little bit earlier. But anyways, look at this profit margin here. Is this killer or what? And look at these measly payouts for a divisional. Is it embarrassing or what? I made it to the 5th round basically to get my entry fee and $75. I mean, to lose in the 4th round and not even get your entry fee back, that's sickening to me. I know some people like top-heavy purses. Some people like round money. I like round money. I think 3rd round you should be getting your entry fee back. That's my belief. And then from there, it should be going up. And if you're going to take in this kind of profit, we need to start prorating these purses when we get 118 cars, because this is getting a little ridiculous at this point, right? Especially with the lack of contingency we have out there. I mean, somebody's got to step up. All right. What do you guys think? Let me know. Alcohol cars get show-up money. Does anyone know if that's true? I think you get money to qualify. I don't know if you get money just to show up, though. Not profit, gross income. Gross income. Well, I'm going by profit because the revenue is where I see purse. That's in the yellow. The payout is your cost right there, and there's your profit. So, I mean, you want to say it's gross income? Sure, we'll go with that. Don't forget the process fee. Oh, yeah, the credit card. I forgot, Gary. Thanks for reminding me. Everybody's on that bandwagon now. Everywhere you go, you use a credit card. At a restaurant, at Maple Grove, at all the tracks, at least 3%, right? 3.5%. So I pay with a credit card at the gate. I mean, Maple Grove never used to take credit card. Now they are, but they're charging the processing fee. But it's just easier for me to track expenses if I use, credit card to pay my entry fee. So yeah, I got to bite the bullet and pay that extra little fee right there. Then you got your crew member, Tom. Good call, right? So $60 for the crew member. So $225 to race the car. Mark's the car owner. $60 for his crew pass, and my dad's with me. $60 for his crew pass. So it's right there off of us alone. $120 and $225. What's that? $345 right there. Not a bad gig, man. That's the first 2 hits on the 427, 445. All right, thanks, Walt. I appreciate that. Okay, so we'll see how that pans out for the rest of the year. I think the rollout was really loose in the left lane now that I'm thinking about it. Not at Maple Grove, it wasn't. All right. Oh, sorry, that one already came up. So we were down here. Okay. Yeah. Look at that payout calculator for a little bit. That's a fun little tool, by the way, because you can mess with that. I want to take this opportunity to thank Mark Sargenti again for letting me drive that 64 Mustang. I'm having a blast driving this car. M stock automatic. It's like the mini me of my Super Stocker. But everybody comes up and thinks that I painted my Super Stocker or that I put an automatic in my Super Stocker. And neither is the case. This is Mark's car. Mark lives out in Long Island. He trailers the car to the races for me. I get to show up with, my driving suit and my helmet. And it's like the greatest thing ever. I love it. So everybody keeps asking me when I'm getting my car out. My Stocker, I could get it out, but I'm having a lot of fun driving this car. And as long as Mark wants to keep bringing it around, I want to keep driving it because I'm feeling good in it. I'm having a good time. I did want to remind everybody that NHRA did not tell me who won the Dead on Zero money for Drag Insights this weekend. Matter of fact, Alan Reinhardt rarely mentioned the pro. I think he mentioned it one time. And if I didn't really have a chance to go up in the tower and ask them to mention it some more. So I was a little disappointed about that. But I know that Pi Dent did go Dead on Zero in the 4th round against John Wareheim. But 4th round was interesting because I raced against James Perrone, who went Dead on Zero, but I got the win. And then in 5th round, I went Dead on Zero against Pi Dent, and Pi Dent got the win. So there were 2 losing Dead on Zeros. If Pi Dent had the decals, I don't know. NHRA never told me. They're supposed to check and let me know who wins it. They're supposed to tell me who to pay. I want to pay them right at the race there if I can and get a picture with them. But I just think they're short-staffed again this weekend, and there was just so many cars and so much going on that I didn't get a chance to do it. And then as far as Super Stock, I have no clue if anybody went Dead on Zero in Super Stock. It's supposed to be on a winning run, okay? That's kind of what we didn't really stipulate that. NHRA kind of said they kind of added that. I totally forgot to say if it was going to be a winning run or a losing run, but they stipulated winning run at the first race, so it's winning run right now. So I kind of don't like that. I'd rather it be the first car to go dead on zero, because even if you lose, it could be a nice little consolation prize, right? You went dead on with a zero, you should get something, right? So, but that's out of my control at this point. We're doing winning runs, dead zero, and I don't know who got them, right? Hemi guys put up their own money. That sucks. Where is that class going? Did they? I thought they were getting $5,000 to win that day, but maybe it was their own money. I don't know. Lots of donuts given out. Yeah, there were. So if you went 000, Alan Reinhardt gave you a pack of donuts, which I did not go 000. I did not get any donuts, but who did get donuts? What flavor were they? Were they powdered donuts? Were they glazed donuts? Glazed donuts, the only donut I eat. I'm not a big donut eater. I can only do glazed, and that's the end of that. All right, let's move into Beach Bend. So Bowling Green, Kentucky. Okay, now they had a national open here, and as far as I understand, they also had a Clay Jones Memorial Race, a 5K combo. I need some results on that, please, immediately, if anybody can get them. As far as the National Open went, Jerry Bennett got the win. Jerry Bennett. And you know what? He deserves it, in my opinion, because he had a tough one there in Chicago. He had a tough heads up against Andrew Hill. And I just feel like Jerry deserved a little consolation here, and I'm glad he got it, right? He drives a 70 Duster E-Stock Automatic. He got the win over Tyler Bohannon, who drives a B-Stock Automatic 2000 Corvette. Jerry Bennett, 023 on the tree. He runs 1047 on his 1045 dial, while Tyler was 080 on the tree, very un-Tyler Bohannon-like, and ran 1023 on a 1026 dial. Had to break out trying to get there, and I'm not even sure if he got there. He might have still crossed second. Congratulations, Jerry Bennett. 340 Duster. That thing flies. So getting the win there in Beach Bend, Bowling Green, Kentucky. I've never been there, and I want to get there. Maybe this year. When is Bowling Green, Kentucky? It's always the weekend before Indy, right? So Division 3, August 25th to the 27th. Who knows? Maybe it's possible. Superstock, Jeremy Duncan, Mr. Pest, right? Superstock D Automatic, 69 Camaro. He gets the win over Dan Jacobs. GTK, it's a stick car. 2003 Cavalier, that's what I'm going with. That's what he had at Indy last year. I think that's what he's still driving now. If he's not, somebody let me know. And what were the times here? 034 light for Jeremy Duncan, and he runs 940 on a 934, so he's 6 over. Dan Jacobs 036 with the clutch pedal and 939 on a 927, so he was off. I don't know if he spun a little bit, but he couldn't get there, or he was on the brakes at the finish line. But congratulations, Jeremy Duncan. He's been a killer driver ever since I've been racing. Knowing that name, I like that car. It leaves good, nice. How can you go wrong with the big block Camaro? I mean, I'm a Ford guy, but I love the 396s. You know, I love 427s. Man, they're the crowd pleasers. So I'm glad that they're out there, even though I have to race against them all the time, right? So congrats, Jeremy Duncan and Superstock Jerry Bennett in stock. Clay Jones Memorial Race 5K combo. Does anybody know who won this? Somebody let me know. I want to shout out the name of the driver. I read on Class Racer that might have been somebody in a Duster. Does anybody know for sure? Let me know if you know. In the meantime, let's get to what's going on this weekend. We got the New England Nationals. All right, we have stock eliminator class runoffs. I still have this payout calculator up here. We don't need that anymore. Stock Eliminator is running class, despite what the schedule tells you. Here's the schedule right here. If you can see it, it's kind of blurry. I think you might want to switch Superstock and Stock on here because Stock's running class. So you get one qualifying session and then you go into class eliminations, right? Superstock will get 2 qualifying sessions. I kind of like this schedule, guys, all right? Because round 2, round 4, round 5, and round 6 is going to be in front of the crowd, right? Round 1's the only one that's not going to be in front of the crowd, and round 1 and round 3 are the only ones that probably won't be in front of much crowd. But you get 2, 4, 5, and 6. That's 4 rounds in front of the crowd, man, at a national event. And this place is pretty packed. This is where we had that awesome heads-up final between Johnny Gray and John Shaw. When was that? Last year or 2 years ago? That was phenomenal. So, guys, I think this is a good thing. So, I mean, let's see what the weather's going to look like there. But how can you go wrong with this? Stock class, not a lot of cars, 50 cars. But anyways, you're going to be running class on a Friday, right? So people might be able to see that. That's going to be that. You know what? That's going to be in front of the crowd also, right? Stock class, it's going to be right before the class finals anyway, because they're only going to do one session of pros at the end of the night. So people are going to be sitting in the stands waiting for the pros. So, man, you're going to get a lot of stage time this weekend. I'm enjoying that. I wish I was running it now. So that's awesome. Weather up in Epping, New Hampshire this weekend. Let's check it out real quick. Let's hope it's a favorable forecast. Come on. I want the fans to see something good. Ooh, it's going to be hot. 90 degrees on Friday. Wow. 50% chance of rain. Yeah, it's possible. It might be at the end of the day, though. Saturday. Oh, wow. How about this? You're going to be qualifying and running class in 90-degree weather on Friday. Saturday is going to top out at 62 degrees. Give up the stripe first round. That's my advice to you. Wow, it's going to be breakout central on Saturday. And then Sunday is 65 degrees. That's going to be fun. That adds to the challenge. I like it. It's going to be great. All right. Good luck to everybody heading to Epping. Enjoy yourselves. I'm kind of jealous I will not be there, nor will I be in Norwalk, Ohio for Summit Motorsports Park Division 3 event, which is basically like a national event. He gets a national event crowd or bigger. So I would like to hit this race up one of these days. I mean, I want to see it. I want to see it with my own eyes. I saw the national event in 2011 and 2012, and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty big event. Weather seems perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. 84 degrees on Friday, 81 degrees on Saturday, 77 degrees on Sunday, partly cloudy and mostly sunny all 3 days. I don't want to jinx it, but that's phenomenal for that event. He's probably going to pack the house like he always does. So, man, good on him. He deserves it. He's the best track operator, one of the best track operators in the country. Jeremy and his kid have helped me out racing. K-Rod. All right. Well, congrats to Jeremy, and I'm glad he's helping you out. Norwalk Points Meet is this weekend. Sure is. Good luck if you're heading there, sir. Have fun there. The ice cream is not $1 anymore, I don't think, right? Or is it going for the rest of this year and then not $1 anymore next year? I thought it was this year, no more $1 ice cream, which is kind of depressing. But inflation, man. Inflation. What are you going to do? Ceilings, debt ceilings, they're being raised and all that. Has anybody been paying attention to all that garbage going on? Usually, this is where if anybody plays the stock market, they're gonna give in. They're not gonna shut down. And if they do, they're eventually gonna get it fixed. So this is where the stock market does this every day. And then when they get it fixed, the market shoots up for like a couple days at least. So take advantage of that. I'm just giving out some free advice here. I'll be our financial planner. All right, what else do we have? Earlville, Iowa, D5 this weekend. Okay, so they are running. That is their second race of the season, Division 5. Good luck, anybody heading to Earlville, Iowa. I don't know what the weather is there. Let's check it out. Earlville, Iowa. Nope, that's Earlville, Maryland. Earlville, Iowa. There it is. Looking good. Friday, 86 degrees. Well, 50% chance of storms. Saturday, 86 degrees, 30%. And Sunday, 84 degrees, 30%. I like that forecast. I'll take that. 30%. That's nothing. That's nothing. You guys are good to go. Good luck, Earlville, Iowa, D5, whoever's heading there. D6 Firebird Raceway. That is what, Eagle, Idaho. And by the way, they're running class eliminations in stock and super stock at this race. So good luck, anybody heading there. Eagle, Idaho. What does it do out there? Does it ever rain? I don't know. I've never been to Idaho. 79 degrees, partly cloudy on Friday. 80 degrees, partly cloudy Saturday. 81 degrees, 30% chance of showers on Sunday. You guys are in the clear. You're looking good. Good luck. Good luck in class. Have fun out there. D6. I got to get to a D6 event. So, man, maybe, which one should I get to? Is there a good Are they still running in Seattle? Please tell me that track is still going and still having a national event because I need to get out there. Here's my calendar right here. Here's my calendar. This is my calendar from East Coast Stock Superstock Association, Dave Lay. So June's about to hit. June's my birthday month, and June I'm on the picture here. I'm driving Paul Gunther's Mustang, so I'm pretty excited about that. I don't want May to end too quickly, but I want to flip the page, right? I want to see my wheel stand there in Paul's car. Bring you back to some good times. All right, let's go over the points. Let's see what's going on here. National points. Here we go. Kyle Rizzoli, you need to hurry up and hit a race because you have 666 points, and it's scaring me. He's number 1 in stock nationally. Dwayne Scheitlin's number 2, 437 points. Huge lead for Kyle Rizzoli. Parker Theobald's number 3, 433. Justin Lamb's number 4, 420. And Jeff Longany's number 5 at 402. Superstock, Kyle Rizzoli is in the lead in Superstock also, 516. Monty Bogan Jr., 447. Jeff Atkinson, 418. Kevin Helms, 416. Brad Burton, 414. Factory stock, for anybody's paying attention to Factory Showdown. Aaron Stanfield's number 1 at 290. Lenny Lodig's number 2 at 285. Dave Davies, 213. Joseph Welch, 205. Doug Hamp, 200. All right, now we're going to do what we always do. We're going to run through the division leaders in stock and super stock, Division 1 to Division 7. Here we go. Jim Roberts, stock eliminator, Division 1, 258 points. Peter Dagnolo, super stock, 174. I believe Pete lost kind of early this weekend, which was surprising. Division 2, Jeff Longany, 332 points. Wow. Monty Bogan, super stock, 331 points. Division 3 in stock, Tyler Bohannon, 156 points. They haven't run that many races yet. Nick Morris in super stock, 145 points. Division 4, Jerry Emmons, 309 points in stock. Super stock is Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. at 332 points. Division 5, 4-Speed Johnny still in the lead, 135 points. John McLaughlin, stock eliminator. Stick car, Plymouth Roadrunner. Super stocks, Wyatt Wagner, 156 points. Division 6 is Brad Burton, 155 points in stock. Super stocks, Jody Lang, 135 points. Division 7's Kyle Rizzoli is in the lead in the division in stock and super stock also. Man, this guy's having a year. It's going to be a perfect year for him. Kyle Rizzoli, 416 points in stock, Division 7, and 330 points in super stock, leading super stock in Division 7. This guy could clean house. Super stock pays $15,000 for a national championship. Stock pays $10,000 for a national championship. And then division championships, I think, what do you get, $3,000 for each one of those? Or is that just based on division? That's amazing, man. Whew. Wow. I will. My dad is being nice enough to take my car instead of the Oldsmobile. Well, so you're not going to race in it? I think you said you weren't going to be able to. Darn. Hey, the Oldsmobile is doing good too. That's a lot of views on that interview. And I got another interview coming out Thursday this week. So be sure to stay tuned. MIR test tomorrow. Contact Ken Kier. All right, anybody wants to go testing at Maryland International Raceway at Budds Creek down there in Maryland, contact Ken Kier, the chassis guy. Thank you, Gary. Go to Yellowstone. It was awesome. Billings, Montana. All right, let's check that out. Maybe I will. Yellowstone. That is August 24, 25, 26. So that is the same weekend as Beach Bend. That's a tough one. All right, possibly. And Billy Ryder, there he is. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Thank you for joining Billy Ryder and Nick Ryder. I appreciate it. All right, that's it for me, guys. I don't really have much else. I covered everything. My throat hurts. My voice hurts. It's 9:55 already. I don't know where the last 55 minutes went, but I appreciate you guys spending the last 55 minutes with me. Whew. All right, so thanks for joining. Stay tuned Thursday. New driver interview coming out. Good luck to everybody heading to Division 5, Division 6, Division 3 this weekend. And be safe out there. Have fun. Remember, that's why we're doing this, right? We're supposed to be having fun out there. Hopefully, I will see everybody in 2 weeks at Lebanon Valley. I've never been to Lebanon Valley, but Mark says we can bring the car out there, and I am looking forward to it. I need some revenge. I hope High Dent doesn't show up. Pie Dent saved his best light for me. It was 001, man. He was 009 dead zero the round before me. So I was in the right lane all day. I think I got sent in the right lane first round, so I just stayed there. And then he was in the right lane pretty much all day. I won the toss. I sent him in the left lane. I was thinking that was going to help me. I thought it was going to help me. And it didn't. So congrats again, Pie Dent, on your win. And Thanks for kicking my butt, man. But No nicer person to do it, man. He's a great guy. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Have a good one.